waivers. The relentless heat has finally given way to these pleasant fall days. I'm so excited. And this short season is jam-packed with festivities here in Busan, where in the months of September and October, the city turns into this big event venue. The season may be short, but the events are big and the memories will be long-lasting. And we are here today to talk about the ins and outs of these festivals, from what goes into organizing them and how we can make things even bigger and better. And without further ado, let's meet our panel of experts for this Friday morning. So first up, we have Moon Young-bae, the head of tourism content at the Busan Tourism Organization. Hi, welcome to the program.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes. And then next, we also have to my left, Wang Se-rom, professor of hospitality and tourism management at Dony University. So welcome to the program as well.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes. And then we have Lee Do-yeon, general manager for travel content creation at Local Travel Lab. Good morning.
Nice to meet you. Good morning.
Yes. And then, of course, finally, we have... who is this? We have Professor Andrew Millard, professor at Changwon National University. So, good morning.
Good morning. I like your clothes today.
Oh, really?
You're like a bumblebee.
A bumblebee. Oh, one of our listeners called me a taxi cab driver, but okay, that's fine. I'll take bumblebee any day of the week. For everyone here, our panelists, thank you for coming. So I'm going to begin with a question, but we're going to go around the table because it is literally a round table. Can you tell us, including all the listeners out there, about one hidden gem in Busan? So we're going to begin with Moon 팀장님. So what do you consider a hidden gem of Busan?
Yeah, just personally, actually, I received the script and also this receiving this question. It was a really difficult question to answer.
Oh, really?
By the way, Busan is basically ocean city. So maybe Gwanghwali or Haeundae is just very representative, very famous. But even though it's the same beaches, I just recommended Daepo Beach. Yeah, because during the day you can enjoy activities like clam collecting or mud flat experiences. You can also watch fountain show at night.
That's right.
So day and night, Daepo Beach can offer very different kinds of experiences. But important thing is a hidden gem. So it is still unknown to foreigners especially. And
That's true.
the very important point is accessibility, right? So Daepo Beach also can access via subway number 1 line.
Yes.
I think we can recommend it.
I love that
foreigners.
you brought to us Daepo Beach because, as you say, sometimes overshadowed by the other well-known beaches, right?
Right. That's
yes. Well, thank you for your opinion on that. What about Wang 교수님? Do you have a hidden gem that you want to tell us about?
So I actually had a thought about it when I saw this question.
Yes.
And for me, I'm actually not from Busan. I'm from Seoul. So I'm kind of a foreigner here too. So for me, one hidden gem I'd say in Busan is 삼복도로. So as Moon 팀장님 mentioned, I think Busan is well known for its ocean, like Gwanghwali and Haeundae, but you can really see the history and its real neighborhood as you walk down those narrow alleys in the 삼복도로. And I think we are starting to have like a lot of foreigners there too, but I think it's still relatively less known.
Yes.
So I definitely recommend in exploring that area.
Thank you for pointing that one out as well. And now we're going to go to Professor Andrew Millard. What would you choose? Because you are so obviously a Busanite.
I know. Like
Yes.
Professor Wang, I'm also not from Busan.
Oh, really?
Surprise.
Surprise.
But I guess mine, I don't even know the name of it. That's how hidden it is. What I'd like to go is on Kumjang Mountain. If you go up the cable car, most people take the long route, so going right.
Yes.
And down to sort of the main village with lots of cafes and restaurants. I prefer to go up the cable car and go left.
Turn left.
You go sort of around some back areas and then really into the mountain. There's just a few very local, very traditional Korean restaurants. So I don't even know if a lot of Busan people know that they're there, but definitely the foreign tourists don't know it's there. And I think for me, that's really a
hidden gem
in Busan.
Might we know? Do you know what that area is called, or do you know what he's referring to?
Just I want to try to remember how to get there.
Okay, turn left.
It's like a drinking makgeolli area, right?
So there's makgeolli and the duck.
I think I've been there. It's amazing.
Okay, and also Lee 팀장님, what would you choose?
Well, so because I'm tour guide as well. So I always try to dig in the hidden gem for my customer. But today I choose the one place. Actually, in Seoul, many foreigners like to go to the DMZ to learn about the Korean War and modern Korean history. But Busan also has very meaningful places to connect to the Korean War and the refugee period. So one of my personal hidden gem is the 임시 수도 기념관. So this building is beautiful itself, but it also very special places to where you can learn about the Busan unique culture and during the Korean War time. Inside, you can actually see the photo and exhibition that shows what life in Busan was like when the city became a provincial capital.
Yes.
So I strongly recommend it, especially for the foreigner who want to understand not only the Korean history, but also culture of Busan during the wartime. This area is the perfect places. It's really scenic and it's so lovely places to visit with your friends and with your loved ones. So I recommend.
So people are already commenting, 역사 중요하죠. History is so important. And we have a name for that area. According to one of our listeners, 재봉님 says, 산성마을 금성동일까요?
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going off of some of our comments. People are very much interested in what you have to say. So thank you for sharing your personal hidden gems with our listeners. And going back to 문 팀장님, you are here representing Busan Tourism Organization (BTO). So can you tell us about the history of tourism in Busan?
Currently, nowadays, we are achieving, especially when we see the data. Now, currently, our data and record is a very, very remarkable record in attracting the foreign travelers. This is not happening just a short time.
Okay.
So basically, this performance is combined with all industries with inside and outside of this country. So I want to deliver my gratitude to all of our partners, like local travel lab or other travel agency or travel companies.
Yes.
Because their efforts is making this kind of the record, basically.
I see.
So I want to deliver my gratitude. But you asked me about history, how to develop the Busan tourism.
Sure.
Briefly explain about the marketing perspectives. First of all, we developed the Busan tourism brand and also managed integrated marketing communications. And also we launched the Visit Busan Pass for our tour product.
Yes.
And this project is a really, really great one, and many people want to, enjoy this program.
Sure, sure.
And we strongly invest to make our tour product with our partners and promote the product to deliver to our customers.
Sure.
Recently, now we are trying to our contents more diversity more because now travelers wants to experience something more new things, more exotic and more diverse, something more that.
Sure.
So that is why we are investing the contents such as gastronomy or nightlife. So basically what we are doing is giving the momentum to the market and our customers and also for tourism companies as well. So for all the performance and sales profits from the partners' dedications,
Yes.
so definitely we are achieving all of things through working with them. So that is one of the part of our history.
Oh, Professor Millard.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've also heard of the Visit Busan Pass, but what is it? Because I've heard the name, but don't really know what it is.
That is tourism travel card for foreigners only, not the domestic people, not the Koreans.
Right, okay.
I
So
see.
you can buy it. You can buy the card, 55,000 won for 24 hours card.
Right.
Within 24 hours, you can enjoy the 40 travel attractions for free.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, you can visit how much you can do. That is
right.
all things free.
It's all inclusive.
Lotte World.
All inclusive. Is that
55,000.
food as well?
Food is not free, but discounted. 160 areas can be discounted.
All right, okay.
But Lotte World or something, those kind of very, Haeundae Beach train, that is also free.
And it also includes the transportation, isn't it? Like
That's
the
right.
bus, right?
That's
The
right.
bus is free.
That's
So-
important.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's really
How the company
important.
comes to be like a T-money card. So they can
Right,
charging
okay.
and then using the,
Yeah.
the transportation.
Charging them specific money in the convenience store.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it just makes it very easy
Yeah.
for tourists
So-
to travel around.
cost effective, very easy access, and transportation. That 3 point is very important.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you for the question and for answering. We're going to turn our attention to Lee 팀장님. You are very much on the scene in the travel industry. We already have messages. They're saying, oh, went with Dony to some sites. He knows the best spots. So people who already recognize you. Can you give us a rundown of your typical routes and which places or programs tend to be the most popular or well received?
Yeah, sure. When foreigners, when they come to Busan, they usually choose one of the 3 very popular courses in
Yes.
Busan right now, in my experience. So first thing is Haedong Yongmungsa, which is famous for being right next to the ocean. Not only just a temple, so this is one of the unique scenic to take a picture with the ocean next to the temple.
Yes.
The second is Gamcheon Culture Village. So Gamcheon Munamar. So colorful hillside village that perfect for photo, shopping, and
Yes.
food, everything. And third one, I think this is number 1, I think, because very difficult to get the ticket right now. Blue Line Sky Capsule.
Ah.
So where visitor can ride the small size, colorful, the monorail trail, and then they can enjoy the amazing ocean view from the sky capsule.
Yes.
So overall, I think these days the trend is very clear. People love the Instagrammable places where can take a beautiful photo and share to friends
Sure.
and family. So I also noticed some new favorite. Many people now enjoy the Gwangali drone show every Saturday. It's
Yes,
a really
yes.
huge thing. So everybody really looking forward to see this one. People also like to spend their time at the Haeundae traditional market. And then Jeonpodong.
Ah,
Jeonpodong is so hot.
Hot right now.
Some people call it Seongsu in Busan. So where is it? It's called the Jeonpodong. So I think this is our Seongsu in Busan.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Well, thank you for sharing. And I'm going to turn to Wang 교수님 right now. In terms of these amazing resources and sites to really shine as tourist destinations, there needs to be proper infrastructure. That's also
Right.
really important. So from your expert view, what specific infrastructure and maybe facilities does Busan need at this point?
So I think Busan does have great resources, but we definitely do need stronger infrastructure. So for instance, I think the biggest thing is probably the transportation. So we do have different attractions where they're kind of spread out. So for instance, Gijang, Haedong, Yongbusan, it's
Yes.
pretty far away. It's kind of difficult for foreigners to access unless you have a car. So building a seamless transportation system could make travel easier. And I do know that Busan seems to be making efforts. For instance, we do have the tour pass, but still, for instance, Haeundae Beach is kind of far from the station, so they have to make their way to get to the beach. In addition to that, I think we do need better connections with nearby cities and probably more international routes at Gimhae Airport could potentially be beneficial. And second, I think we do need programs that encourage longer stays. And I think BTO is probably working on that. And I think they're doing a great job on this too. But
Yes.
currently, the average stay for foreigners in Busan is pretty short. So to change that, I think that Busan can offer day-to-night attractions and multi-day itinerary programs to make sure that foreign travelers can stay longer and experience Busan with more diverse programs.
I see. Great ideas. Thank you for sharing. And I'm going to turn to Professor Millard now. I want to know from you, what kind of benefits, both in terms of tangible and intangible, can a city or country gain? What can we garner via all of this tourism and the festivals? There are so many this month and next, right? So
Right.
what can we gain?
So we can gain a lot. There's loads to gain.
Yeah.
The first one is money. It obviously
Obviously,
helps
yes.
the economy. So I did look up some figures.
Oh, you did?
for
Okay.
this. Yes, I came prepared. For 2024, the tourism industry was 31.9 trillion Korean won. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if you experts know. For Busan, around 6 to 7% of the GDP is tourism.
Okay.
So I think I'm in the wrong business and to change.
Yes.
So Dony, you have a new competitor. So really, they're bringing in money. So they're bringing in cash. As foreign tourists come in, they'll buy these Visit Busan Pass. They'll go and visit the restaurants.
Yes.
They'll spend their money in the restaurants. They'll go to the tourist shops.
Sure.
So they're spending all of this money, which really is helping the local economy. But they're also, therefore, going to the hotels. And these hotels, these restaurants, all of these attractions, they're employing local people as well.
That's true.
So it's a huge employment industry. Hotels, transport, leisure, retail, and so on. So Professor Wang was just talking about maybe the infrastructure does need improving a bit further. But for me, over the past 20 years, I've really seen a huge improvement in the overall infrastructure for the foreign community.
Yes.
Everyone who comes to Korea is always impressed by the transportation.
That's right.
Not just how efficient it is, but also how affordable it is.
And it's so clean.
And it's clean.
Yes.
Okay. So actually, I think as we get more and more tourists, the city really works hard to make sure that everywhere is, like you said, clean as well. So the
Important.
beaches, I think, compared to 20 years ago, are much cleaner. The facilities are much better, which also helps the locals as well. And again,
Yes.
this is further providing more jobs and growing the economy. What else can we say? Different festivals, of course. But it's not just festivals. Actually,
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago, I went to the comedy festival. So there was the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, which was very interesting. It was quite funny. So again, you're bringing in tourists from not just Japan and Taiwan, but really from around the world as well. So lots of different areas. And MICE, we have obviously Bexco. There's more and more international conferences.
That's true.
So we can see those. Medical tourism. So I think in 2024, an increase of 134% from 2023.
Yes.
So up to 30,165 medical tourists. So you have all of these different industries. We tend to think of, people come to Busan, go to Haeundae, go to Gwangali, okay, and then they leave. But actually, we can see it's much bigger than that. The whole
Indeed.
industry
Yes,
is
yes.
really very big.
Well, thank you for your thoughts. I'm going to go back to Wang 교수님, if I may. Last year, Busan launched this month-long integrated program, Festival 10월. So I know it's kind of the comparison, like in the States, South by Southwest. That's a huge one. Probably not at that level yet because it was in its inaugural year. But how are these types of events organized, and what parts of these events, for example, Festival 10월, what are they trying to benchmark?
So Festival Seoul draws inspiration from global events like South by Southwest and Coachella. And South by Southwest really transforms Austin into a citywide stage with music, film, tech, and startups. While Coachella, it's known for its massive performances, lifestyle branding, and global visibility. So Seoul takes inspiration from both of these festivals. And I believe that its goal is to make Busan itself the stage for a month-long celebration that blends music, film, food, and art. And by engaging local businesses and communities, the festival also seems to aiming in generating not just the entertainment, but real culture and economic impact, much like South by Southwest has achieved for Austin.
Yes. But I want to throw the same question, if I may, to Moon 팀장님, because that's like right your purview, right? So tell us more about this idea and what you're trying to achieve.
Festival 10월 is a complicated event. What we are achieving is a more comprehensive and a very intense event. Is at the one time we want to provide something more, diverse experience to the travelers. But it is just only 2 years. Last year just first, and this year second.
Yes.
So I think everything is not happening just one time.
Of course.
So we need to step by moving forward, and festival capacity and contents has to be develop something more. So we need to take more time. By the way, I think the direction is correct and proper, and we need to improve something more.
Yes, but we can look forward to the expansion and improvements real soon.
Right.
Thanks for letting us know. And now turning to 이 팀장님, we have seen the numbers, the reports of the increase in the number of foreign visitors here in Busan. I personally, like when I take the subway, I definitely see, at least, in my opinion, there are many more foreign visitors these days. So have you felt the changes and seen the changes on scene?
My answer is yes, definitely.
Okay.
So I've been in this industry since 2016, almost 10 years. And actually back in 2019, right before COVID-19, actually I felt that the number of foreign tourists was already increasing. But of course, COVID-19, it makes everything slows down. But I think now it's coming back again. So the number are rising again, and I believe that they will continue to grow up. So our data shows that I think right now our data, Taiwan and Japan is one of the biggest market
Yes.
in Busan. But I really thanks to the KTX train. So nowadays we have a new data. So seeing more visitors from another country take the traveling from Seoul to take the KTX train to come to Busan.
Yes.
So, which is a very positive sign for our futures in this industry. I think one of the biggest changes is how tourists decided to where to go in Busan.
Okay.
So these days, many of them, they use Instagram, YouTube, and find ideas. And they don't want to just follow a famous spot. They want to find the local spot.
Yes.
So they want to go to the same trend places that the local people in Busan enjoy. So it means the visitors, the customers are now more interested in the experience Busan's real lifestyle and culture, not only the traditional sightseeing place.
Dony, can I ask you? So you're a tour guide. So you just talked about the number of foreign tourists increasing. So you mentioned Taiwan, Japan, you see a lot of tourists, but have you seen tourists from much further afield?
You're
these
talking
days?
about like Europe.
So
the
Europe
America.
or America, South America.
That was my point. So most of them, because if you have a direct flight, they definitely come a lot.
Right.
But we don't have a direct flight at the moment right now. So most of them from Europe, the United States, they are using the KTX train to come.
Right.
So that is one of the biggest change I can see that our
Yes.
data these days.
Because they obviously have to fly to Incheon and then take the KTX down. So, very interesting to see the change in the demographics of our visitors as well. And now, when we talk about this level of tourism that we have now in our city, and I'm going to address this to Moon 팀장님. I mean, it's been a long road. It didn't happen overnight, even as you mentioned with like Festival 10월. You know, we're heading into the second year, so there are things to be improved on and whatnot. But in your view, what makes Busan, if we had to sell Busan to people who are, you know, maybe new to Busan, never been there, what makes Busan a prime tourist destination?
First of all, awareness of our city is really, really raised up compared to before. Yeah, there is many kinds of circumstances happening, making this kind of the raising our awareness, like marketing promotions. Also, there are many people is interested in K-culture, such as K-pop, K-drama.
Yes.
Also, we talk about KTX. Actually, the connections between Seoul and Busan is getting better.
Yes.
And the KTX provide more train more and more. So that is all of the circumstances of making, many people is coming to our city. And also, when we see the data, almost half of the total travelers are from the capital area. Through railroad or just road. So that kind of things are really, really, great performance and result. But this is actually environment, right? Just using the environment.
Yes.
I think Busan attractive point itself, that is really, really important. And one of our strategy is Busan has to make something different from Seoul city. If we are the same city with Seoul,
Yes.
maybe nobody is coming.
True.
We need to different from Seoul City, and the people wants to visit and enjoy here. So that is one of our strategy. We need to take advantage from these kind of the circumstances and more different, unique, and exotic. That is one of our strategy and my opinion.
And of course, Busan EFM, I think, plays a big role in that.
BFM, of course. Oh, of course.
Especially Morning Wave.
Oh, Professor Millard. Yes. So I'm going to now actually turn to you. Because you are an expert in terms of diplomacy. So I want to kind of tie that in. The tourism, the travel industry, how does that play into even diplomacy?
Different countries have different ways of using diplomacy. I think we all know countries like America, China, Russia, they're very more into hard power diplomacy, using aggressive tactics. South Korea is very much the opposite, uses soft power.
Yes.
So really has used the Hallyu, the Korean wave, very well. So the spread of K-dramas, K-pop, K-food, K-everything these days.
Yes.
Which means through the use of this culture, now more and more people want to come and visit Korea and Busan. So that's really the main way they do it. This is really important for what we call micro connections. So these micro connections, so for example, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto, she used to talk about the way that India and Pakistan, they could develop their relations wasn't through the major political relations, but was through these micro connections of the people, the citizens, just talking to each other, communicating and so on. So as we get more and more tourists coming into Korea, learning about Korean culture, creating these connections, this really develops very strong connections and develops therefore good political, economic relations as well. And of course, as we have the festivals, the comedy festival, the film festival right now, the fireworks festival in November, if we invite various diplomats from around the world, then they have a really great experience of coming to Busan, coming to Korea. So again, these positive connections are really very important.
Indeed, indeed. And turning to Professor Wang, what do you think Busan should do to give it kind of that a more distinctive Busan and local edge? As Moon Timjang님 pointed out, we don't want to be a second Seoul. We're not. We're Busan. We're very distinct and different, right?
I definitely do agree. As Moon Timjang님 mentioned, I think it's really important for Busan to differentiate itself from other tourist cities. So to give Busan a more distinctive edge, I think the city needs to infuse its local identity into tourism content. So beyond its coastline, I think that Busan has vibrant markets and rich culture heritage that can set it apart from other cities. So by, for instance, presenting marine leisure and food experiences based on the local culture of Busan, the city can, I think, create offerings that visitors won't find anywhere else. And at the same time, I think the city's different assets, such as culture, food, film, and festivals, I think they should be presented in a more unified way. So, for instance, developing culture hubs or themed districts that could integrate these elements into a cohesive brand could potentially be helpful. And I think that integration could give visitors a deeper and more memorable sense of Busan's identity on the global stage.
Before I get to our final question for each and every one of you, one last question for Lee Timjang님. From someone who's always on the scene, what do you feel is one thing that can be really improved on?
I want to say Busan is the perfect city already.
Ooh. Yes,
But-
we agree. But
There are still little things to Busan can be improved. First, the way local people think about foreign visitors. Most people are already welcome, but some of still have a small negative feeling. So I believe that it's important to us to see foreign tourists as a special guest for our city. Second is the level of service and convenience. Many travelers, they already went to Seoul and Japan before they come to Busan. They sometimes says Busan feels a little bit less easy when it comes to the like language, sign, and general service. So we need to improve this one. So I feel very positive about the future because with the AI and translation applications, communication is being easier every year. So if tourism industry in Busan keep improving step by step, I believe that this city can become one of the most friendly and comfortable, amazing destinations in the world.
Indeed. Well, now I'm going to throw out the final question to all of you, and if you could keep it kind of short because I want to get each and every one of you. What is the one thing that you would like to have visitors to Busan experience? So we're going to begin with Professor Millard. Ooh, pick one thing.
One thing?
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet?
Yes.
Just like me. So I think the best way to see Busan is at night and by going along the bridges. So we now have the infrastructure which connects the Busan Bridge, Busan Harbour Bridge, with now Gwangali Bridge. And if you go over those at night, I think it's a great way to see a lot of Busan and some great views.
Oh, great choice. What about for Professor Wang?
It kind of extends my response earlier, but I'd love visitors to explore the old town, like Sammokdoro or Kamchamunamar, so to really experience the culture and history of Busan instead of Gwangali or Haeundae. So I'd like to pinpoint that.
Okay, and then I'm going to turn our attention to Moon Timjang님.
This is also a very difficult question. I recommend for the first time for visiting our city, of course, I want to recommend a very representative area, Gwangalli or Haeundae, and Night View. That is a really great one. But in-depth experience, they want to enjoy more than that.
Yes.
In that case, I want to recommend local food and local market. For example, 동네 area, 동네 시장.
Yes.
Yeah. Has a really great historical contents, and also they're really exclusive food culture as well.
Right.
But I just point out something more than that. Actually, nowadays tour contents has to be more diversity, and also they want to explore something more than that, and that they want to more new contents.
Yes.
But sometimes Busan maybe cannot accept every demands of the travelers.
Yes.
In that case, we need to collaboration working with other cities or other province. For example, Gyeongnam can offer much better
Yes.
mountain climbing trekking. And also Gyeongju can offer more historical tour than what we had. In that case, we can collaboration working with those kind of the other cities and province. I think that kind of the activities or campaign can make travelers can stay more longer.
Yes, yes.
Professor
In
Wang
Busan.
said that. So I think that kind of action is more important things.
Yes, and then we're going to last turn to 이 팀장님.
The charm of Busan, I can do all day. But if we have only 10 seconds, my answer is people.
People.
Some people say Busan people a little bit loud and strong, but inside their heart, I feel that it's so sweet and warm. So I really want them to show the real Busan people
Yes.
when they come to Busan.
Well, thank you for all of your responses. And of course, I do have to wrap up, but I want to thank you all for coming on. And yes, this program was created with funding from Busan Metropolitan City's Regional Broadcast Development Support Program. 이 프로그램은 부산광역시 지역방송발전지원사업 보조금을 지원받아 제작되었습니다. So, have a good one. Bye-bye.